So Shavkat is about to fight Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and I'm all for it. I think it's a good step up fight for Shavkat. Obviously, Shavkat, I think he's got, if I'm not mistaken, he's got stoppages in all of his fights. But the thing that makes him interesting is 50% of his fights are stoppages via submission, and 50% of his fights are stoppages via striking. So, with that being said, the reason why I think there's a lot of hype surrounding him is the fact that all of his fights have been stoppages, and 50-50 have been submissions and via striking. It shows how well rounded he is, and I think that's gonna be good for him in the fight between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, because I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson seems to have an issue when it comes to submissions. I don't think he's as good on the ground as he is at striking. At striking, he's phenomenal. He's one of the best strikers in the sport. But actually on the ground, I don't think he is as great. And he's shown in his last fight against Gilbert Burns. So, in my opinion, this is a really good fight for very good step up fight for Shavkat. I think Shavkat could actually learn a lot from this fight, and not only that, he can actually build his resume a bit, because if he can get Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on his resume, that's a hell of a fight to have on his resume, to say he's already done. So obviously Shavkat is seen as one of the stars of the future. He's seen as one of the guys that's likely to take over. He doesn't have as much hype around him as the likes of Khamzat Chimaev, but Shavkat, I think that's a potential super fight in the future. Shavkat versus Khamzat Chimaev. And I'm all for it. I really want to see it. So yeah, that's my opinion. Tell me what's your opinion about all of this. Do you think it's going to be a good fight? I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight. I think it's going to be a fight where it is somewhat of a changing of the guard fight. Obviously, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's coming off a loss to Gilbert Burns, but I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens next. Maybe Stephen Wonderboy Thompson can pull off an upset. Maybe he can somehow upset the apple cart. I don't think it's likely to happen. I just think Shavkat is more fresh. He's more focused. He's more hungry. He's looking to establish his own legacy. He's got a bit of a chip in between his teeth, because he probably doesn't feel like he's getting as much hype and popularity as Khamzat Chimaev is getting. But he feel like he deserves the top spot. So in my opinion, I think it's an interesting fight. I think it's very interesting. So tell me what you think below. Who do you think is going to win? I think Shavkat's going to beat him via submission. I think he's going to beat him via submission. Tell me what you think below. Maybe you think Wonderboy Thompson can pull it off. I think Wonderboy Thompson, with his striking, can show some fragility and vulnerability in Shavkat's game, because Shavkat in his fight, I think it's against Neil Magny, he fought. He there was times when, or maybe it was Jeff Neal. Sorry, my bad. It was times when he was getting lit up on the striking front. He looked like he was getting hit up a bit. So maybe Stephen Wonderboy Thompson could make things difficult for can make things difficult for Shavkat, because his striking might not be as refined as Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's is. But then again, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's an older fighter, so maybe Shavkat's just a bit too young and hungry for him. Tell me what you think below. Tell me who you think would win this fight. And like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.